want to get back to the news that we just got on the efficacy of Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine. This is pretty important. The market is trading this down. It's a Dow component. They don't like the efficacy numbers because I'll remind you again, it was 72% effective in the United States, 66% efficacy worldwide. And that's because they are testing right now in areas like South Africa and Latin America where you're seeing these other strains. Those strains weren't there when you had Moderna and Pfizer that were out doing their testing. Dr. Scott Gottlieb was tweeting about this, and I think this is important because Dr. Gottlieb, of course, is the former head of the FDA. He's also on the board of Pfizer, which is a competitor of Johnson & Johnson. But this is what he says. The J&J vaccine turns in a fantastic result. We now have 3 highly effective vaccines. This vaccine, J&J's, showed sustained and increasing immune protection over time, perhaps from a robust early induction of memory immune cells, CD4 and CD8. The protection was strong and durable. This one-shot vaccine was highly effective at preventing severe disease, even with the new variants. The milieu of disease is now more complex, even in the U.S. Trials done today are running into more mutated cases. Make no mistake, this is an important and wonderful development. And I think this is huge news because there are so many people who thought, okay, what are we going to do when it gets down to, will you take a shot that's less effective? Will you take that vaccine? And I'm saying this as somebody who's probably likely to get the J&J vaccine at some point. I'm not going to qualify for a Moderna or Pfizer's shot anytime soon because of where I fall on the line. I would get that shot, even with 72% effectiveness or efficacy, even if it was lower than that, because the idea that it's preventing severe disease and keeping you from the hospital, that sounds like a pretty good deal when you are sitting around waiting. Would I love to have one of the other ones that has tested with higher efficacy? Sure. But if it's a question between getting this one now or not knowing when I'm going to be able to qualify for an appointment to get the others, I would take it. I had a family member who tested positive for COVID this week. Time matters when you're looking at some of these things. This is one shot, not 2 shots that have to be spaced out over 3 weeks, so you're talking about 6 weeks before you get the effectiveness. I would take it because we're at that point in this pandemic right now.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.